Argos is beginning to thrive, and you are learning more about the bounties that the land offers. The time has come to build a palace that will serve as the staff around which the scattered people of Greece will gather. It is also time to begin collecting taxes from your people.
Finally.
To help pay for the services that your city provides.
Finally, now we're talking.
The tribunal of the river gods has just come to order.
We have come to a decision in this dispute.
The head of the tribunal announced.
And though both parties presented convincing cases, we have no choice but to award Argos to Hera, wife of Zeus. Sorry, Poseidon.
As Hera jumped up and down in glee, Poseidon's brow furrowed and his face became stormy. Under his breath, he vowed that if he couldn't have Argos, no one could. You might have to turn to Hera's husband for protection from the ruler of the sea.
Oh, joy. We've only got, what, about 1,000 people, and already we've made an enemy of the second most important chap on Mount Olympus. Also, I like the voice acting in this. He seems to be having a great time. Oh, here we are. Set aside 48 slabs for colony, 12 jugs of olive oil for the colony, 640 people in tenemental let's try that again. So, a grower's lodge and olive oil. First things first though, taxes. Put the palace a little bit away from the plebs, I don't want to get too close. And there's your tax collector. That's what, I can go home now, that's what I wanted. Can't build a bridge across the water though. Troubled water. And no doubt it will be.
I'm Hermes. Worship me, and some of your citizens will taste my speed.
This city is more refreshing.
Dear mortal, I will fulfill a request from another city for you. Your stocks of the requested item won't be touched.
God, Tom, what a geek. Hermes is the god of boundaries and boundary crossers. Is a god of travellers, traders, and thieves. Anybody that crosses a boundary, he's the patron saint of. It's odd that it includes thieves, but they cross boundaries as well. I say patron saint. It's just you know. It's essentially what the Catholic Church is, a polytheistic religion. There's just so many saints. If you imagine all the saints as being like minor gods with their own little particularities, it is like a polytheistic religion. It's great stuff. Thoroughly enjoy it. Can I have more culture? Yes. So we'll stick a college next to all the fish. And a podium. Great. Not that I really need to encourage more people to come. I've got enough people, thank you. And since we can't access that fertile land yet, I suppose I'll have to develop it over here. So let's have... Ooh. An olive press, sculpture studio, and a masonry shop. Does anybody buy masonry? No. But I could build a Zeus's stronghold. And I might be tempted to do that actually. That's not a bad idea. I'm getting distracted again. So if we say put a road over here, and then have. See, this is what I don't like about. I think I said this the video before, the last city. It takes away some of the challenge. I don't have to worry about housing over here to set up an industry. It takes away one of the major challenges of the game. I can just plop down industry wherever, and they'll just magically get workers to them. I think it loses something by doing that. Well, hey ho, what do I know? I don't know how many olives trees you need to provide per grower's lodge. In fact, compared to Pharaoh, I know so little about, like, efficiencies of buildings. But I think that'll be enough. Well, it keeps the people busy anyway. I might even have to start paying the wages again. And over here, we can have the oil presses with room for expansion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, I don't know how many oil presses you need per grower's lodge. I feel like I'm missing out some major efficiencies here. But also, I feel that if you're too efficient about the game, it loses some of its sparkle. You know, it just becomes a counting exercise. I don't trust in people, so I'm going to put a watch post there, because you never know when unrest might come up. Trucing buys less fleece. Never mind then. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Ultimately, I think it's going to come down to diversifying. How many were you short by? 131. 98 for pay more workers problem. That should be fixed fairly quickly. And all thanks to the philosophers. So we have extra housing for 200 more people. That more or less covers what's needed. You need some olive oil. It's being worked on. In a manner of speaking, anyway. And of course, they pay more tax if they're upgraded, so that's something as well. And then when I get the workers, I'm going to start collecting some marble. Largely because I'm thinking about planning ahead here. This is what I don't do in other... Well, you can't do in Pharaoh, because of course it's a different city every time, but with this being the central city, I mean, I think you found 3 colonies or something like that. Well, we also need 48 slabs for the colony as well, so I may as well get cracking as soon as they have some workers. Yeah, you can kind of plan ahead. Particularly if, like me, you can vaguely remember what comes next.
Shut your mouth.
You know, vaguely.
Things are peaceful here.
I like his style, but, you know, not to me. You don't tell your boss to shut his mouth. I think there's room for a couple more common housing. What else would you need? A gymnasium? We can't build that yet. Other than that, nothing I can imagine that would make the place stop the place from upgrading. I don't think. It also might be an idea to shut down
solid buildings.
These chaps for a while.
Would be proud.
He would if he was born yet. And Archimedes won't be born for another... What is it Archimedes been thinking of? Who was the chap that was killed by the Romans when they invaded Syracuse? It was some Greek engineer. I'm thinking it's Archimedes, but it could be somebody else. It's quite good because he came up with these ingenious ways of like fighting the Romans off, including things like putting all the shields together to reflect, to reflect the heat of the sun, the heat and light of the sun, in like a conical shape. Nothing funny about it, and it would like magnify it and then beam it out. And apparently, it'd make the Roman ships catch fire. And other things like that. He managed to keep the Romans at bay for a very
Worship
long
me,
time.
and some
If
of
it
your
isn't
citizens
indeed
will taste my
Argos and things
speed.
like that. Shut up. I'm going to have to look that up again. I didn't look up the last thing I was going to look up.
Fish and my cronies. That's all I need. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll meet some Nereids.
Oh, that was a bit of a pervy laugh. I don't think so. He doesn't look... You don't get the Nereids. You know, just a fisherman. He needs to be hero class or better. Ah, here we go.
Herodotus
Got
is
some
sure to record
olives on
this
the go.
city as the best, and you as its greatest ruler.
Cool, what a creep. Next harvest is in January. So what are you doing then? You're just faffing, I suppose. Or are you still harvesting? But it's March. I just don't understand this. I don't understand how the harvests particularly work in Emperor as well. For their like plantations, like the silk and lacquer. I just build lots of sheds and let them get on with it. It's probably terribly inefficient, but I'm just... In fact, they're still doing stuff. Fruit is 56% right. Oh, I don't know. Oh, they're tending the trees now, so they might have to harvest quite a lot by the looks of it. So much so that I'd be interested in getting a few more olive presses on the go. Oh, I forgot the... I can get the oil vendor on the go now, so it's not a pointless endeavour.
Did you see that wrestling match last night? Milo totally smacked down his opponent.
Milo totally smacked down his opponent. I wonder if that's how they actually... Well, of course they didn't talk like... You know, like that. But I wonder if they'd say... They'd have like idle chats like that. The kind of things that's lost to history because nobody bothers to write it down.
shall make the sea your enemy too.
Huh. It will be completely inhospitable to you and swallow up anything that depends upon it, whether it be the humble urchin collector, a fishing boat, or a mighty war vessel. I'll also see to it that no one comes to the city by sea to trade with you. Huh. I'd get those ships out of there if I were you. I think there's supposed to be there's supposed to be an angry god down there somewhere. I don't know why he's not showing his face yet. There he's all talk. So I'll just ignore that until it becomes a problem again. You need appeal, you need appeal. You need more culture. We've got enough people now living there to think about getting some marble underway. So we will. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 masonry shops should be sufficient. It's certainly enough to drain a... I was going to say manpower pool, but that's because I've been playing a lot of EU4 recently. EU4, I mean European Universalis. Just a good name for a game. I mean, in a world where game names seem to be becoming simpler and simpler, they just came out with this great big I don't know if it is... Yeah, just a Latin title. How many games do you know have Latin titles? Universal Europe? And it's a hit. It's one of the most successful games I can imagine. It's great stuff. I was thinking about the number of DLC for it. There is a lot, it's true. But if you look at how much the game has developed from... not even from like vanilla, from like 3 or 4 DLC back, I find it unwatchable now. I watch old Let's Plays of it, and the mechanics just seem so grating compared to how it looks now. Oh well. I don't pay full price for them though, good heavens no. In fact, I never buy anything on Steam that's more than half price off. And that's if I like the game. I always try and wait until it's 75% off because I'm a cheapskate. Which is why you also never see me do Let's Plays of... Ooh. Well, that was a good time. I didn't see that coming, honestly. In full disclosure, I did know Poseidon was going to come because I played this mission before. I didn't know he'd be so useless. He usually comes and wrecks everything. Destroys your fishing boats, destroys a couple of fisheries, and then curses the rest so they just don't go out and fish. It's why I built so many granaries. You probably knew that. I thought I'd be clever and be a bit coy about why I was doing that. There's an air of mystery about it.
Worship me, the great Zeus, and I will make you master of all you see.
That's not a bad idea, and it's a good way of getting rid of Poseidon. Because even though he's not causing any harm... set aside, yep. We'll get that out of the way. I think we're going to need two storehouses full of marble. Do we need to do anything else? No. So... do I build a sanctuary this time around, or do I... can I build a sanctuary this time around? I can't, can I? Because there's no bronze. Oh, game, you win again. But what I should have now is a lot of money. I mean, when the harvest comes in, anyway. I see now. So they've been growing a lot of trees. Perhaps I've not got enough trees because they are all 100%.
Herodotus is sure to record this city as the best, and you as its greatest ruler.
But then again, there seems to be some trees that are dying off without people harvesting them. I don't know. I might just put more of both in. It's the safest option. Ooh, more price increase for fleece. It's valuable stuff. It's now 69. But to you, it's only 72. I might put a few more olive trees in. And a couple down there as well. I'm putting a couple more Growers Lodge. Apparently, we've got a slight food deficit. Where's he going? Oh, he's going to the thing to sell the whatnot. Yeah, words, I can use them. It's not like I do Let's Plays or anything. I'll put a few more Growers Lodges in. Because... I was going to say I've got the spare manpower, but I haven't. I might put a bit more common housing in. The best kind of housing. That's great, but why would I need wood? I can't do anything. Shame nobody buys olive oil. Whoops, accept none but marble, and you do something similar. That's going to backfire, because now I can't store 48, I don't think. And you're going to be disappointed. You've walked all the way over there, and now you've been told that you've got to walk all the way back again. Oh well, keep you fit and healthy. I'm worried about the appeal of the neighbourhood. I'll give you something to be worried about. I don't particularly want to waste an entire happiness monument on that chap.
I'm Hermes. Worship me, and some of your citizens will taste my speed.
No, I'll give them a garden. I don't like that. The chap next door could have a gazebo. Right, it's 29 in stock.
Back and forth, I'm beginning to feel like Sisyphus.
Well, yes and no. Aren't we all Sisyphus, really? Waking up in the morning, doing the same thing, and by the time you go to bed at night and fall asleep and wake up again in the morning, you've got to do it all over again. Like Sisyphus pushing the rock up the mountain. That's the reference, essentially. It's one of the punishments that the gods inflicted on the Titans. Sisyphus was one of them. Tantalus was another. Tantalus was buried in a swamp up to his neck, and the most delicious fruits were put above him, just out of reach, from which we get the phrase tantalizing. And then there's Prometheus, the trickster titan, who gave us fire, and then stole it off of the gods once, and then stole it off the gods twice. And gave it to us humans. Which was nice of him, and for that he got his liver picked out every day by a vulture. Because of course it get picked out, it'd be intensely painful, but because he was a titan and fundamentally immortal, to grow back overnight and it'd be there to peck out again in the morning.
Worship me, the great Zeus,
Sounds
and
horrendous.
I will make you master of all you see.
Yeah, right. There were other titans. Atlas, of course, famously carrying the world on his shoulders. And again, Hercules as well carried the world on his shoulders briefly. In one of his labours, he had to get the golden apples of somewhere or other, but he couldn't get them. He had to get Atlas to get them, and he carried the world for Atlas while he nipped off and got them, and somehow managed to trick Atlas into taking the world off his shoulders again. Because Atlas got, well, he shrugged. Atlas shrugged. And then that's fundamentally what the title of Atlas Shrugged is all about. The people that supported the economy allegedly just sort of shrug and go, I'm not doing this anymore. Postpone that thought. Yeah, so he goes off to get these apples, comes back to Hercules, and then realises, hold on a second, I'm not carrying the world anymore. Why should I take it off you? I can't remember how he does now. Something about having a cushion to make it more comfortable. He appeals to the pity within Atlas, and he says, "That's fine. Can you help me?" So I think Hercules says, "I just need to readjust myself. I just need to put a cushion underneath it. Can you hold the world for me while I get a cushion?" And that apparently works. He just takes the world off his shoulders again, and Hercules is like, "Yeah, see you later. Nice try." Anyway, I think, oh, not quite. I was going to say that's enough, but it isn't, because he keeps selling the stuff. Does he produce bronze? No. He's also a lot stronger than me, so it's a good job I'm allied with him. There. Job done.
In spite of Poseidon's animosity, Argos continues to grow. But to become a truly powerful kingdom, Argos must expand its borders.
Ooh, sounds exciting. So, we have a choice of Chalcedon or Miletus. Ooh. Chalcedon is a rich and fertile region, noted for its fine vineyards, but nothing ever is as good as it seems. Or, no one knows much about the land of Miletus, located across the sea, far to the east, but many great nations thrive in this land, so must have much to offer, hopefully. All the nations surrounding this site will be friendly. Huh. I admire their optimism. I'm going to Miletus. I know I did do like Pharaoh's Choice on the other one, but that takes too long. It's time for decisive action. We're going to Miletus. And with that, I will see you... Yeah, at Miletus is where I will see you next time. Because I've done this as one long stream. No, it's not a stream. It's just a stream of consciousness. But it's not a stream in the video sense. So that's for next time. Which is when I will see you. See you later. Bye-bye.